This is a Fox 17 winter weather alert.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. 417 now, and some very fine flurries coming on down here in Grand Rapids, and would suspect that there may be a few slippery spots out there already. We're not talking about any great accumulation of snow thus far, and we won't right on through the entirety of this evening, but it's going to be enough to make it quite snow-covered and slippery, it does appear, as we go through, especially, I think, once we get towards 6 o'clock and probably 6 o'clock to 10, 11 o'clock tonight. That'll be the time frame where we pick up this new coating to 1.5 inches of snow in GR, and sections to the south and west of Grand Rapids can pick up a solid 2 to 3 inches, and maybe even some embedded amounts higher than that as we go forth over the next several hours. Here's the evening planner. I've got 26 degrees at 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then dropping back a degree or so as we get into later this evening. I think the main drop off is actually after midnight, when there could even be a few weaknesses in the clouds eventually as this system works on by. And at that point, we may actually see numbers drop to around 20 degrees by daybreak tomorrow morning. Winter weather advisories in place here for these counties adjacent to Lake Michigan, and as well Kalamazoo County and Cass County down to the south. Officially, the National Weather Service is calling for 2 to 4 inches, and that seems like a pretty decent bounded range. I think probably 2 to 3 is where most locations will fall in these purple shaded counties. And I think particularly southern Ottawa County, once you get north into northern sections of Ottawa, I don't think you're getting quite as much as that 2 to 4, but southern Ottawa and then southward, and especially in the counties along the lakeshore, that's the best chance to get the accumulation. You can see the radar returns already right on a par with that, so we're beginning to see this expand in coverage a bit. This is not the real sensitive radar, but this one is now, and this radar picks up flurries, which are denoted by the white colors on the chart, and the deeper purples show you where the snow is coming down a little bit better. Overall, within the past hour, the coverage is expanding and the intensity picking up just a bit as well. The actual disturbance out through Wisconsin stretching southwestward into Iowa, so the best forcing in the atmosphere, where you get the best rising motion, clouds to form and precipitation to come out of those clouds, is right ahead of that disturbance. So we're getting into this time frame now as we get closer to 6 o'clock, I think, and beyond, where the heaviest snow showers will begin to occur. So we'll pick up the RPM model right around that time, officially at 7 o'clock, and the bands of snow will also have some increased moisture just due to this disturbance crossing Lake Michigan. Not an uncommon phenomenon around here. As you know, weather systems, sometimes just the wind passing over the waters, can create these snow showers. So we're going to invigorate the system snow with some of this lake effect component. By the time we get to midnight, 1 o'clock, we're down to just flurries, a couple snow showers. So the bulk of the accumulation is between about 6 o'clock and say 11 o'clock tonight. Still some residual flurries, perhaps very early tomorrow morning. That would mean 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, but I don't really think any accumulation at that time. Partly to mostly cloudy for a stretch overnight, but then trending mostly cloudy, I think, by daybreak again tomorrow. In most hours tomorrow, we'll see a fair amount of clouds. But as we've had the last couple of days, even earlier today, you may have noticed a few rays of sun in the mix in Grand Rapids. We may have that, particularly through tomorrow afternoon, so we'll keep our eyes on that. But a fair amount of clouds will be around. Here's the snowfall accumulation, and I think a couple inches is going to be a good range, but there will be some embedded spots here. Allegan, Van Buren, and then southward into Berrien County, perhaps even the western side of Cass County, westernmost Kalamazoo County, where you could get 2 to 3, and maybe somebody out there gets 3.5 or 4 inches. I think that's probably an outlier amount, though. Take a look at the temperatures coming southward across Kent County into the southern sections, ranging from the mid to upper 20s. So it is cold, and anything that comes out of these clouds is going to be accumulating. We've got a reservoir of cold air there in northern Canada that we're tapping from, and it is going to be even colder tomorrow. You probably noticed that uptick with the chilly feel today, Doug. Tack on another layer of that for Wednesday. We actually get back to 35 Thursday, but then another slug of cold air by the weekend.
All right. Thank you for that, Anthony. More